Episode 8 of Gab is the second half of our last story, making it our first two-powder. Valen gets totally beat up by Glota, who isn't even using her monster form. Carrying on from last episode, Sachika tries to distract Shoma with conversation so he won't question why there was paint on her, but he asks anyway. Sachika tells him a white lie that she just fell into the paint. Shoma is disappointed he couldn't help her. Meanwhile, Hanto found out that the Gnuts can disguise themselves as humans using devices they put in their gavs. We already knew this ourselves, but I believe this is the first time we found out that a Gnut can have multiple human disguises by just using another device. Though as we've seen from previous episodes, they still retain the mouse on their stomach, even when disguised. Hanto checks out Suga's stomach to see if he's a Gnut, and he doesn't have a gav. But notice how he doesn't have a belly button either. No way his lack of belly button isn't plot relevant. Seems like it's possible that he is a Gnut, but had his gav surgically removed or covered. I wonder if Hanto's going to check out Shoma's stomach. There is a family meeting in Stomach Inc., where Lango was informed by Glota that there is somebody obstructing their supply of humans, with Jeep and Shita trying to defend themselves about their knowledge of Shoma, but Lango never even mentioned Shoma, and was simply referring to Valen. So the siblings accidentally outed themselves, leading Lango to firing them and replacing them with his agents, like he threatened to do back in episode 5. And now Lango instructed Meowth to upgrade the agents so they can fight Gav and Valen better. An interesting development. I wonder if they'll get a new look or just get better skills. After Shoma's clumsiness due to not being careful of his own strength last episode, now he has gotten more careful at his job. It's small, but it's nice to see this development, with Sachika placing more trust in him. We see more insight to Sachika. She always tried to cheer up everyone, ever since she was a kid, though sometimes they snap at her, saying that she doesn't understand them, thinking she has it easy, leading Sachika to always believe that she doesn't have it as hard as others, and why she thinks she doesn't understand how others feel. Shoma and Sachiko was able to let her vent her feelings and cheer her up. Meanwhile, Hanto is investigating the suspicious-looking old scout, with Shoma and Sachika helping to expose him.
Wow, Bakemono!
I love how Shoma delivers this line. Hanto chases after the Saldine Gnut and transforms into Valen. Funny enough, Shoma didn't get to see him transform, so he assumes that Valen just arrived. Shoma transforms out of sight, which leads to him trying to hide his transformation effects from Valen. Suetsugu has a meltdown over no one appreciating his ult, since the only guy who praised it turned out to be a monster. Sachika, after hesitating due to their earlier encounter, stops Suetsugu from destroying his ult. She takes on his frustration and takes a bucket of paint to splash it at the Gnut, who Gav and Valen are fighting. A nice detail I liked is that Gav Chokodon's transformation sequence is very similar to Valen's. Somehow I didn't notice, but the Gnut that Meowth modified last episode was this guy, and the power he gained is to create clones of himself, which means Shoma destroyed a clone of him last episode. Due to this, Valen kept on using his finishing move to defeat the clones. I don't recall the last time a rider spammed their finishing moves like this, except maybe the Sin Spectre movie. Thanks to Sachika throwing paint on him, it let Shoma know that this Gnut isn't actually coming back to life each time. This episode debuts the Chokodon gun, which was just casually used. Valen and Gav used it to defeat the Gnut for good. Fun fact, the splatter effects seen when the riders use their chocolate guns are created by using paint guns. And yet another funny scene with Gav and Valen trying to slip away. In the end, Suetsugu apologized to Sachika for throwing paint at her, and also thanks her for scolding the Gnut on his behalf. He gives her his painting of a sunflower that he tried to destroy earlier. Oh hey, this is the place used for the final shot in the Gap opening. I love this trio, they feel like real friends. Next episode, we'll be getting the debut of Gav Budokan form. Here are the sacrifice Kuchizos this episode. I give this episode an 8 out of 10 for Sachika's development and how much chemistry this trio have. Gav refuses to have a bad episode.